little bit of a roller coaster ride, I guess you could say. Definitely a lot of frustrating things we got to clean up, things I would like to have back, throws I'd like to have back, and then obviously just the crazy wacky finish there. I've obviously never been a part of something like that, so a lot of highs and lows, but just trying to stay steady through it all.
It's tough enough, I would assume, to come into a game cold.
Yeah.
But to come into a game cold when it's raining, is that a factor at all? Was it a factor in grip, anything?
I would say early on a little bit, maybe when it was really coming down. Obviously, it makes things a little tougher to execute in the throw game. But I mean, both teams deal with that, so it's not really an excuse or anything you try to think about. You just deal with it the best you can and do what you're paid to do.
Your mad dash into the end zone in overtime, was that a case of like you sort of felt like nothing's going to stop you there?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a breakdown, and then I mean that's just a competitiveness, I guess. Just trying to get in there for the guys. I just really wanted to obviously pull this one out. Obviously, you see Drew go down, and you want to fight for a guy like that. He's a great dude, great leader, great teammate. So whenever I get an opportunity to just fill that role for him and kind of have his back, it means a lot to me.
There's the challenge on roughing the passer, and then when it doesn't get overturned, and then there's one that did that come as a surprise to you? Like, did you think the game was over?
Yeah, I was in the locker room, so I thought it was over. They came running in and told me they called roughing the passer and that we're playing. So I said, all right, blow the whistle, let's play ball, I guess, let's go. But yeah, like I said, never been a part of anything like that. It was pretty crazy. Thought the game was over twice, and somehow it just kept going. Would have loved to have a third overtime there. I mean, I think all of us would have, both sides. But yeah, just a roller coaster of a game.
If Drew can't go next week, do you think you did enough to get this guy?
We'll see. Obviously, it's the old cliches. It's never as good or never as bad as you think it is. So we'll get to see the film tomorrow, review, learn from it, and hopefully grow a lot. I mean, there's, like I said, a lot of things I'd like to have back, some throws I'd like to have back, but definitely some things that I know I can grow on and get better with.
Do you feel like the ending was a distraction? Going to the locker room, come home. Bob was telling us there's somebody verbally accosting the bench. Did you witness that at all?
I don't know exactly what happened. I was like out kind of towards midfield, and then I just saw people start yelling and shoving and a big mosh of people. I don't know who started it or what happened. I just saw, like I said, a bunch of people getting into it. So I was, at that point, it was kind of, you didn't know what was going to happen next because it was just a little bit of craziness out there. But at that point, it was just, they told me we were playing again, so I was just trying to get locked back into the game and get ready to go to try to score a touchdown to win it.
It sounds like it wasn't a hindrance. It was just weird.
Yeah, I would say a lot of what happened there in the last 4 or 5 minutes of that game was pretty weird. Yeah.
Is it tough mentally, this game for you, like challenging with everything that happened during the game, and like coming cold and everything, like is it a good challenge?
Yeah, I mean it's always challenging. Obviously, in pro football you get limited reps. Obviously, the Stars are going to get a lot of reps, so limited practice wise, and obviously we're going to do a lot of new things week to week. So running things for the first time in a game, it can always be a challenge. But at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's what we're paid to do. We're professional athletes. We have to go out and execute and get the job done. So, like I said, I was just trying to compete my butt off out there for Drew and the rest of the guys and get a win for us. Came up a little short of that. But like I said, just have to grow from things and get better. And if my number's called next week, I'll be ready to go.
As a quarterback, are you a fan of the viewability of these challenges, like left in the passer challenge, man center stepping in? As a quarterback, do you feel like that hurts the flow of the game?
I think there's good and bad with it. I mean, I think it can correct some calls. Obviously, there's always going to be human error at times in games, but then I think sometimes it's obviously when you can slow it down on camera, like if it's a bang bang play, it's a bang bang play, it's a bang bang play. So sometimes things can get ticky tacky. But like I said, I think there's good and bad with it. And you can say that just about everything.
You go from thinking that the game was over, going back to the locker room,
Yeah.
then coming back in. How do you keep, like we're talking about mindset right there, how do you keep cool, how do you keep, just honest with yourself and saying that I got to do this job again, even though I thought it was all over?
I mean, like I said, it was a complete roller coaster. It was kind of like, all right, let's, like I said, screw it, blow the whistle, let's play then, I guess, let's go. And a little bit of relief too. I think I was pretty frustrated. Obviously, there all we needed was a field goal to tie it, and felt like we should have been able to do that. So a little bit of, I guess, relief because I felt like we didn't execute, and then excitement because I knew we had a chance, and I believe in the guys around me that we could have got it done for sure.
What's the biggest challenge Saskatchewan's defense faces?
That's a tough one. Their front's very talented. They got 4 guys, and every single one of them can get after you. Then I think they did some good things in the back end as well. They got some good players back there, some great DBs, and some. They did a good job of kind of finding passing lanes and getting depth and making things hard. Yeah. Thank you.